What if I told you that 3 of the world's most advanced artificial intelligences just finished a cage match over the credit unions in Lake County, Illinois? And no, I'm not talking about some sci-fi movie plot. I'm talking about real data that could actually save you money. Today, we're diving into something that affects almost everyone watching this, where you do your banking. And before you click away thinking this is going to be a boring financial advice, stick with me because I let ChatGPT, Claude, and Grok duke it out to find the absolute best credit unions available to Lake County residents, and what they found really surprised the heck out of me. Now, full transparency here, I don't use a credit union. I bank with one of those massive national banks that probably has branches on Mars. But here's the thing, I've been hearing for years that credit unions offer better rates, lower fees, and actually treat you like a human being instead of an account number and dollar signs. So I got curious. If you live in Lake County and you're looking for better interest rates on savings, lower loan rates, or you're just tired of getting nickeled and dimed by your current bank, this episode is probably for you. So here's what I did. I went to the 3 major large language model AIs, Anthropic's Claude, OpenAI's ChatGPT, and Elon Musk's Grok, and I asked each of them to independently review and score the credit unions available to Lake County residents. Then I compiled all their scores. I looked for patterns and found something genuinely interesting. There were some definite disagreements about the rankings, but there was remarkable consistency about which credit unions rose to the top. So let me share those results with you along with the pros and cons, and this is important, what you actually need to qualify for membership, because spoiler alert, you just can't walk into a credit union with your driver's license and open an account. Did you know that? I bet you didn't. I'm telling you right now, you can't. All right, let's get into it. Number 1, taking the top spot, scoring 86 out of 100, Advia Credit Union. And honestly, when you look at what they have to offer, it's not hard to see why all 3 AIs were impressed with Advia. First, the pros. Advia has over 40 branches throughout the Chicago area, which means you're not dealing with some tiny operation where you have to drive an hour to deposit a check. They offer comprehensive financial services, basic checking and savings to mortgages, auto loans, business banking, investment services, financial planning. They've got competitive rates, and this is huge. Their customer service consistently gets high marks. You know how rare that is in banking? Usually, banking and good customer service go together like pineapple and pizza. Actually, pineapple and pizza go together. Some people swear by it, good people, but a lot of people are still skeptical, the uninformed. And they also have a robust digital banking platform with a highly rated mobile app. Look, I know we all want to believe we go into a physical branch and talk to a friendly teller, but let's be real. Most of us, almost all of us, are depositing checks at 11 p.m. in our pajamas through our phones, and Advia gets that. Now, here are the cons. They're not perfect. Some users have reported that their interest rates on savings accounts, while competitive, aren't always the absolute highest in the market. You might find slightly better rates elsewhere if you're really shopping around, and while they have a lot of branches, they're still a regional credit union. So if you travel a lot outside the Midwest, you might run into some limitations with in-person banking access. And as for membership requirements, if you live, work, worship, or attend school in Lake County, you're eligible. That's pretty straightforward. They also extend membership to businesses and organizations in the area. Coming in at number 2, scoring an 84 out of 100, Credit Union 1. Only 2 points behind Advia, which tells you this was a close race. Credit Union 1 has been around since 1935, which means they survived the Great Depression, multiple recessions, and somehow the 2008 financial crisis. That kind of staying power says something. They serve members across Alaska, Arizona, Idaho, Michigan, Nevada, and lucky for us, Illinois. The pros. Credit Union 1 offers excellent auto loan rates and mortgage products. If you're in the market for a car loan, this is where the AIs consistently noted strong value. They have a good range of checking and savings account options, including accounts specifically designed for students and young adults. Their online and mobile banking platform is solid, and they participate in a nationwide network of ATMs, which means you can avoid those ridiculous ATM fees that slowly drain your soul and your bank account. They also offer free financial education resources and counseling, which, let's be honest, most of us could use. I don't know about you, but nobody taught me what a HELOC was in high school. I learned that much later, when I got a house. The cons. Credit Union 1 has fewer physical branches in the Lake County area compared to Advia. If you're someone who really values being able to walk into a branch regularly, this could be a consideration. Some reviews indicate that while loan rates are excellent, their savings account interest rates can be middle of the pack. Not bad, but they don't blow your mind. Membership requirements. You need to live, work, worship, volunteer, or attend school in one of their eligible communities, which includes Lake County. So you can also qualify through membership through certain partner organizations, or if you have a family member who's already a member of the credit union. Coming in at number 3, scoring 81 out of 100, Alliant Credit Union, sliding into third place. Alliant, it's interesting because they're one of the largest credit unions in the United States with over $19 billion in assets. That's not small potatoes. The pros? Alliant is known for having some of the highest interest rates on savings accounts and certificates in the entire credit union space. If you're sitting on cash that you want to actually earn interest on, remember when savings account paid interest? They also offer high-rate checking accounts with substantial ATM fee rebates. We're talking up to $20 per month in ATM fee rebates. That's real money, folks. They have no monthly maintenance fees on most accounts, which is refreshing when you're used to banks charging you $12 a month for the privilege of allowing them to hold your money. Their digital banking experience is top-notch too. They were actually early adopters of online banking and have refined it over decades. Their customer service also receives consistently strong ratings. The cons? Here's the trade-off. With Alliant, they're almost entirely digital. They have just one branch and it's in Chicago. So if you're someone who absolutely needs regular in-person banking, Alliant might not be your best fit. They've optimized for the digital experience, which is great for some people and a deal breaker for others. Also, while their savings rates are excellent, their loan rates, while competitive, aren't always the absolute lowest you can find. And here are the membership requirements. Originally, Alliant was for employees of United Airlines, but they've expanded significantly. You can become a member by joining one of their partner organizations, many of which have nominal fees, sometimes as low as $5 or $10. You can also qualify if you're an immediate family member of someone who's already a member. The barrier to entry is pretty low. Now, I want to throw in an honorable mention here because it was so close for that third place spot. Scoring an 80 out of 100, Great Lakes Credit Union. Now, I told you I was going to do this honorable mention, and I threw it in here because this one got consistently high enough across all three AIs that I felt it deserved to be recognized. The pros, Great Lakes Credit Union offers strong community focus and personalized service. They have competitive rates on auto loans and mortgages. They're particularly praised for their member education programs and financial literacy initiatives. They also have several convenient locations in the North Shore area. They pride themselves on local decision-making, which means you're more likely to work with someone who understands the local market and community when you're applying for that loan. There's something to be said for not having your loan application disappear into some algorithmic black hole evaluated by an AI in a data center somewhere else on the planet, or maybe not even on the planet at all. So the cons, though, is that Great Lakes is smaller than the top three, which means fewer branches and potentially fewer services. Their digital banking platform, while functional, isn't as advanced as some of the larger credit unions. Some members have noted that their savings account interest rates can be on the lower side compared to competitors. And what are the membership requirements for it? You need to live, work, worship, or attend school in their service area, which includes Lake County. They also offer membership through various community organizations and employer groups. So what does this all mean? Look, here's the bottom line. The fact that three different AI systems using different algorithms and different approaches consistently ranked these four credit unions at the top should tell you something. This isn't just one opinion. This is a pattern recognition across multiple data sets. So if you're in Lake County, Illinois, and you're thinking about switching to a credit union, you've definitely got some solid options. If you want the most branches and the most comprehensive in-person service, Advia is probably your move. If you're buying a car and want the best auto loan rates, Credit Union 1 should be on your shortlist. If you've got savings you want to actually grow and you're comfortable with digital banking, Alliant is hard to beat. And if you want local, community-focused experience with personalized service, Great Lakes deserves a look. The interesting thing about credit unions versus big banks, and this is why I found this research worth doing, even though I personally use a big bank, is that credit unions are not-for-profit. They're owned by their members. That means instead of maximizing shareholder value, they're theoretically focused on providing value to you. Does that always translate to better rates and service? Not automatically, but it does change the incentive structure a little bit, and that matters. Will I switch from my big bank to a credit union after doing all this research? Probably not. It's kind of hard, and there's a lot of inertia to doing it. The convenience of having branches literally everywhere when I travel is hard to give up. But if I were specifically looking for a car loan, or if I had substantial savings that I wanted to actually earn interest on, you'd better believe that I'd be having conversations with Alliant or Credit One before I did anything else. The point is you have some options, and they're good options. Options that are backed by data and not just industry marketing budgets. So there you have it. Lake County's best credit unions, according to the robots. Who knew that Claude, ChatGPT, and Croc could actually agree on something? So if it was helpful, let me know. And if you end up switching to one of these credit unions and works out or doesn't, I'd like to hear about it. Real experiences matter more than any AI score. I'll see you later. With the Expedition Money Financial Wellness Program, you get access to an entire range of tools that will help people propel themselves forward to achieve their financial dreams. This program was designed on processes and strategies that work. This is a program that can lead people through the climb process, from mastering their cash flow, protecting their assets, paying off debt, and investing. Expedition Money is a guide to true financial independence so that your people can focus on the things that they really want: time with family, travel, experiences, hobbies, causes, and charity. And the program delivers on this with a whole range of features, including detailed and practical online courses, thousands of educational videos and articles, books for adults and for kids, educational games that the whole family can enjoy, calculators, tools, legal documents, webinars, newsletters, events, and challenges, and even virtual co-working spaces so that your remote workers can stay engaged and productive. And there is so much more coming. Expedition Money is not just another financial wellness program. It is an accelerator of financial dreams. If you want a comprehensive, fun, and engaging financial wellness program because you're fully invested in your people, then subscribe now to an affordable financial wellness program that works.